Hi, hello. This is a review on the FreeFall Control V2. Just right off the bat, getting into it. Um, Size-wise, it is 450 by 450 millimeters, being 3 millimeters thick. Um, and then straight off the bat, the stitching is pretty much flush with the weave, with the stitching. The weave and the stitching are pretty much flush, so there's no irritation on that part. Um, Surface is obviously a control surface, as the name would suggest. Has a fair amount of texture, which could be annoying to sensitive skin. The base is a mix of silicone and some other things, but love this base. This base is awesome. Base is absolutely fantastic. It is one of the hardest bases that I've used on a mouse pad or cloth pad in general, rather than the glass that I have under here. Obviously, hard pads. Um, Getting into my aim side of things and what I noticed with my aim is my initial movements was a little bit harder. Um, Obviously, I'm used to playing on glass. I'm used to playing on speed pads, so having the freeing feeling of those pads I'm used to. And this doesn't have it, obviously, with it being control pad. Um, not the freeing feeling, anyways. It also made my Excel reading fairly inconsistent. Uh, However, following strafes and movements are completely fine once you get up to speed and you're going at your normal thing. But little things like this are a little harder when you're blending muscle groups. This pad allowed me to have fun playing flicking sends and characters on my game and just in Kovacs in general, which I'm usually not someone to play those types of scenarios. The texture creates a locked-in feeling, which is something nice. It's an enjoyable experience to be aware of where your mouse is and what it's doing, and having that tactile glide. The base being so firm, the glide is super consistent, which is awesome. The properties are completely consistent, pretty much in all use cases. I used it on hot days, I used it on cold days, pretty much all the same. Sleeve compatibility might be an issue. My flicks felt easier to actually do. And I felt very snappy, and my mouse went where I wanted it to go pretty much every time. I feel like this pad kind of locks you into a specific playstyle, which if it's your playstyle, then perfect. But if it's not, that might be a hurdle to overcome. My type of aim, which is smoothness, felt a little bit lacking. Um, and I'm pretty much certain that's just because of the initial movement issue that I was talking about a little earlier. I do think this pad would be great using in a fast-paced type of game, like Overwatch, like a Marvel Rivals, a hero shooter. But this pad most definitely succeeds in slower types of games, games that you need a fair amount of stability when you're making those movements, making those large things to cover distance, or just getting cool TS clips. If you want a pad that is more freeing and fluid, I would assume their speed pad is going to feel much more like that and much more up my alley. Something I noticed on this pad, or something that I really liked on this pad, is after playing on other things and getting better in the last year or so with my aim and how I've grown as a aimer and a Kovacs player, um, it was really enjoyable to use this pad because I was actually able to practice things that I usually don't enjoy having fun with and just seeing bits of improvement even though I don't actually play those types of scenarios. Closing things, if you want uh you want just a synopsis, I guess, or a conclusion. You want a nice control pad, If you want a nice square, this is good. If you want a tactile glide, this is good. If you want a consistent glide, this is amazing. This comes in blue and black. The base is really firm, which is nice. Um, yeah, I will say it picks up grime and dust and hair a fair bit, as you can probably see in here. Um, yeah, thank you very much for watching. And then lastly, closing and finishing. If you watched this far, anyways, which I appreciate you if you did. I look forward to making more of these reviews and finding my style of how I want to do things and how I want to edit, how I want to present the products that I'm talking about. Um, and learn about writing scripts and how I'm supposed to format these because writing these are so hard. Just doing this is really hard. Um, yeah. But at the end of the day, I want to help people find good products that are fairly affordable, and that are just solid and from someone that aims and uses them for multiple hours a day, something that I actually enjoy using and I would say fun and nice. I appreciate you if you watch this far. I appreciate you just for clicking on it or doing anything with it or interacting with me in any capacity. If you have any thoughts or opinions for me, please let me know. I love all of that. Yeah, hope you have a wonderful day.